10 reasons to move to North Carolina. Is North Carolina a good place to live? Well, let's find out. In today's video, we'll dive into the top 10 reasons to move to the Old North State. Cost of living. Affordable prices come up first when we're looking into reasons to move to North Carolina. You can stretch a dollar farther when you move here, since housing, groceries, transportation, and utilities are lower than the nation's average. The state has a lower cost of living than most others, with the cost of living index of 90.6 compared to the national average of 100. When it comes to housing, your median home cost in North Carolina is $242,300 versus the U.S. average that's $291,000. The only thing that's a bit above the average is the cost of healthcare, but quality absolutely makes up for it. Which takes us to the next reason why you should choose to move here: healthcare. When it comes to healthcare quality, you'll see that it's much better than in most other states. Since healthcare is one of the most important things to consider when choosing a new state to call home, you'll be happy to know that options are plentiful, regardless of whether you get healthcare from work or not. The state is home to some of the best university medical centers in the country, such as Duke University Hospital, and you'll find various hospitals, clinics, and locations at UNC Health, which is a nonprofit integrated healthcare system owned by the state. Knowing that you don't have to worry about quality medical services means you can focus on other aspects of your move, such as getting to know your surroundings and integrating into your new community. Speaking of that, here's another reason why you should live in North Carolina: its people. Southern hospitality. The community feel is almost palpable, and people do indeed live up to the stereotype of that well-known Southern hospitality. Of course, there are always exceptions, but in general, you'll mostly find welcoming people and a friendly vibe after you move here. And that's not only about getting excellent service at your local restaurant, it actually means you'll see that hospitality daily, from your neighbors to strangers you stop on the street to ask for directions. So, don't worry about your newcomer questions and concerns, because you'll have no trouble being welcomed and start feeling at home before you know it. Nature. And while you're out and about, meeting friendly folks, you can't help but notice how wonderful your surrounding is. This is the next reason to call North Carolina home: nature. Between the alluring Great Smoky Mountains and the Atlantic Ocean, hills with picturesque lakes, dazzling rivers, and gorgeous waterfalls, the Tar Heel State has diverse nature that's nothing but amazing. The coastline is about 300 miles long, so getting a beach view is always easy when you live here, while rolling mountains give a whole new level to what's already a pleasant landscape. And all these features give you another reason to start calling North Carolina home: outdoor recreation. Outdoor recreation. With such a long coastline and abundance of accessible beachfront, you're bound to find some activity you like, from whitewater rafting and fishing to simply watching some mind-blowing sunsets or taking part in a sandcastle building contest. There's no shortage of activities to choose from. On the other hand, if you love spending time in the mountains, you can go hiking along one of the many mountain trails. Weather. Spending time outdoors is possible also thanks to another reason why it's a good idea to move to North Carolina, and that's nice weather. You'll get lots of sunny days, but you can also enjoy winters, which are pretty mild, and snow is a rare event. Employment. Let's move on to another factor that's extremely important when you're looking for a new place to live. Employment opportunities are one of the priorities for most people, and luckily, North Carolina has plenty of options, so you shouldn't spend too much time looking for a job once you move here. Of course, finding that perfect one may not happen immediately, but you'll have some solid career opportunities in this state. The main reason for this is North Carolina's Research Triangle Park, that is anchored by 3 universities: the University of North Carolina Chapel Hill, Duke University, and North Carolina State University. The Triangle has more than 300 companies, and you'll find that 13 Fortune 500 companies have their headquarters in the Tar Heel State. Honeywell, Advanced Auto Parts, Bank of America, and Lowe's are only a few of them. The state was also ranked #1 best state for business by Forbes 3 years in a row. So it only makes sense why so many professionals and students make their way to this state. This fact is supported by some data. The unemployment rate is only about 5%, which is lower than the national average. With a booming economy and a thriving job market, the state may be exactly what you need to advance your career. On the other hand, if you're not quite looking for a job at the moment, but you're looking for education, here comes another reason why you should move to North Carolina: higher education. There are excellent educational opportunities here, with about 205 colleges and universities. Besides the Triangle Park we just mentioned and its 3 top universities, there are other choices as well, so you can rest assured you'll be able to pursue a degree in whatever it is you like. If you're into technology or medicine, you'll be happy to know that North Carolina education is especially known for these fields. Since the state has some of the top universities, it's becoming increasingly popular with families. But senior citizens are not behind. In fact, after Florida and Arizona, the Tar Heel State is the 3rd most popular state for retirees. The culture. Now, another thing that makes North Carolina a nice place to live is culture. With plenty of art centers, festivals, library collections, museums, historical sites, and heritage art centers, there's a lot for you to explore. It's rich history that's spanning hundreds of years, and the state is one of the original 13 colonies. You will also be able to check out various traditional arts, including Cherokee arts and culture, Piedmont pottery, Appalachian music and crafts, African American musical culture, etc. Food and drinks. There won't be a shortage of restaurants and breweries in North Carolina. You'll find plenty of delicious food, but you'll also find some of the best barbecue in the world. Plus, the state is home to around 170 breweries, which is how it got one of its nicknames, the State of Southern Beer. Wine is not behind, since the state is home to the oldest cultivated grapevine in the country, and it has more than 175 wineries. Those are the top 10 reasons why you should consider moving to North Carolina, and hopefully, this list will help you decide whether it's the right thing to do. If your mind is already made up, you'd probably want to know how much it would cost you to move to the Old North State. Just check the description box below to find our contact details and request your quote completely free of charge. Thank you so much for watching the Dumbo YouTube channel, and hope to see you in our next video.